guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. I'm super happy and excited to be here with Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. So Terry, thank you so much for asking me to be a part. I'm always more than happy to and grateful for the opportunity. So guys, come on in, let me know you're here. I'm getting this pulled up on the old iPad so I can see better. Anybody on yet? I know I popped on just a minute early. Okay, you guys say hi when you get here. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching me only on my page, then when you go up to the description of the video, you'll be able to click on the link that takes you straight over to the Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. It's a free group where you can find so many people you never even knew were out there. There is a ton of people that create and sell in that group. So I hope that you will take time to go and check it out. And hello guys, now I'm seeing your comments. Hi Becca, glad you guys are here. Hello Cheryl. Just take a second to say hi to you guys. Hi Shelly Ann. Hello Christina with Rust Covered Cottage. Glad y'all are here. Y'all come on in, help us get this sprinkled out. Hi Arla. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year everybody. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Hi Dina. I loved your little red bug. So cute. Hi Paula. Hi Valerie. We've already had lots of creators going live today. And then at the end, we are selling what we create. So it's sort of like an auction where you'll just be able to bid if you want to, if it's something that you like. And I really hope you guys will stick around. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Look at this. Can y'all see this? It is so beautiful. So this is what I'm going to use today. So it will kind of center around pink. It's a little bit Valentine's-ish, a little bit maybe Mother's Day-ish. So it could go a lot of different ways. It would be really sweet for any woman or a birthday, you know, lots of things. So you guys hang with me. Hi Brenda. Hi Shelly. Hi Levada. Thank you for the stars, sweet friend. Glad that you guys are popping in. Hi Brenda. Hi Jen. Becca's here. Cindy's here. Hi Andrea, Stacy, Valerie. I think I've got most of you guys that I've seen. I'm glad. Hi Chris. Loved your project too. I love the tray. I love the kind of like vintage feel that paper had. So you're going to see lots of variety in the home decor marketplace, and that's one thing that is so unique about it. She's got so many people who present in there the items that they sell, so you will always find things you like and maybe haven't seen before, unique things. So really a good group to be in, and it's free. Hello Anna. Hello Sharon. Hi Rhonda. Happy New Year to you guys. Okay, let me get started and I'll try to watch the comments as I'm going. So if you ask me a question and I don't see it, you might type it again or type it with a, you know, emoji that will kind of get my attention, and I'll try to see. I saw that VIP in the house. Hello Shelly. Glad that some of you guys will be here with me today. So what I've got here is just a frame from Target. This was in the autumn section and it had a phrase on it. So all I've done, it's still brand new, I've taped off the back and have sanded that phrase off, because originally when I started to do, you guys, hold please. This will be better. Now, does that sound a little better? Sorry, I totally forgot. It's all plugged into my phone, but it was just laying right here beside me. Hopefully that sound is a little better now. But anyway, I've just sanded it off, and then I gave it a good seal with a multi-purpose sealer. I used DecoArt multi-purpose sealer just to seal that wood, because I wasn't quite sure what we were going to do on it, but I knew we'd paint and things. And then as I got to figuring out my design, I decided to do some glass art with you guys. So We're going to paint something on it. We're going to add the glass. We're going to add some resin. If you have never done resin before, you'll probably find this interesting. I think it's interesting. So don't worry if you're thinking, well, I don't care to do that. That's okay. Just watch and have fun with us. Chit chat in the comments. It's all, part of what we do is almost like to entertain you. So hopefully you'll find it fun and kind of interesting. I'll answer your questions, tell you about it. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you, Becca. I love doing glass art. It is so fun. And thank you, Linda. Hello. And you can really get to be creative with it. And it's kind of a challenge to be unique because there are a lot of us doing it right now. So my challenge is always to try to find a way to stand out with mine and be a little different. It's hard, but I think today we will accomplish that. So I'm just getting out some regular white paint. So like I said, the wood is sealed. It's ready to take my paint. And I'm actually going to put down a little pink as well. So I want to lighten up this pink. It is a really light color. It's really pretty. It's kind of a mauve pink. It's called blush pink. But I'm going to make it even lighter because I do not want people to even really notice the background. I want it to be super subtle. So what my thought is we'll do that pretty pink back here. We'll do the frame white, and then we're going to have this show-stopping design in the middle. So there we go. Thank you, Becca. Oh, thanks, Brenda. I'm glad you're here live. Hi, Brookie. I love to see you guys pop in live. There's something about it that just, it's like, yes, they're here. Yes, So thank you guys for taking the time because, I know you could be anywhere and there's lots of things going on all the time. So thank you for being here. Hopefully you guys have already watched the others. I've caught most of them. I did online church this morning, which is not, the same as in person, but it sometimes when my back is what I call flared up, it's just the best option for me. And my son and his girlfriend are here with us, so they went ahead and went this morning without me. And then we had a big lunch. My daughter cooked for lunch. So we've had a really great day. But I have missed a couple that I'll have to do replays. But that's the great thing too about being in the virtual home decor marketplace. So if you've missed anybody today, you can just go back and watch the replays, and you'll see when you do. There are some fantastic projects, I guess, projects today. Just really unique, cute things. And I would start naming everybody, but I'm afraid I'll forget somebody. I think there's been about 6 maybe that have gone so far. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people do online church probably since COVID, just because that became a thing during COVID for a lot of us. And a lot of churches started offering it for the first time, like ours did. And so probably some still do that just for convenience, but you can't be an in-person church. And if you go, then right, that getting a hug and seeing your friends and just being there with everybody, it's a different, obviously a different feel. And that's kind of how we were made for community. But, we can't always make it there, so no shame there. Oh, is my camera not flipped? Is that what you're saying? Flip camera. Would it help y'all to flip it? Because I probably can, but I'm not writing anything, so I don't. Y'all let me know. Brooke, I'm counting on you. Do I need to flip it? I'm not going to be writing anything. I'm just painting towards you guys so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. I don't have to be neat with this background. I'm just getting the frame painted white and chit-chatting. Okay, I think it's good. Hi, Donna. Okay, thanks, Stephanie. I'm glad y'all are here. What did y'all do for New Year's Eve? Was it fun, or was it just like, hey, just a quiet night here at the house, We always play games and cook. And, we watched a little bit of the ball drop, but really, we didn't even care about that. The boys were watching football, So the girls, we kind of gathered around the computer for the ball drop, but yeah, we had a good time anyway. Okay, good. All good. Thank you, Chris. How are you guys doing? Let me know what you did and how your pets did, because if y'all are like mine, they get scared with all of that popping and shooting sounds. And oh, Dottie, thanks for asking. This is Deco Art Americana. This is just a regular, that's where you need it flipped, isn't it? Let me just see if I can flip it, because I do like to hold up my products. Yeah, I don't see. Sometimes it lets me and sometimes it doesn't. It's Deco Art Americana, just regular craft paint, which works great for what I'm doing. You can get some premium acrylic paint if you want to for, for your regular acrylic paintings, but this works great for what we're doing. Chalk paint works really well on wood too. So if you wanted to just use your chalk paint, but I work with acrylics. Some watercolor. Oh dear, let's see. Oh, your poor dog. I know, and same here. Every time my dog was sleepy, but every time one of the guys would holler at the TV, she'd jump up and look like, what's going on? Cute. Listen, she lives in our home, so some of y'all might have seen that picture I posted of us, me and her. She wanted to be right in the middle of all of us when we were trying to get some pictures. And I think I might have told Dina that I can never get a good picture. Never. I don't know what it is about our family pictures, but you can get maybe 2 people at a time that look good, and the other 2 are looking off, looking down, looking, doing this to where you've got the double neck. I mean, there's just always something that we are like, nope, that's terrible. Nope, that's terrible. And if you find one where you're like, yeah, I like that one, then somebody pops in, oh no, I look terrible in that one. So we're not photogenic people over here at the Brown House. Let's just say that. But anyway, we got one of the girls. Let me just say that. The boys were irritating us. They would not be serious. Somebody tell me, when do these guys grow up? I'm going to go ahead and do these sides. We have plenty of time. Stayed in your apartment. Yeah, staying home where you're safe is April on here? Is my April on here? Because that's hilarious. She's in the other room. They're watching a movie. I almost said, will you read comments for me? But then I realized, no, they're watching a movie. I'm not going to even ask. One day I'm going to have my family's help. I thought I could get them to go live with me last night. They weren't having it. They're so introverted, you guys. April is the only one that is willing. But we're working on them. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So let me know, guys. Do you, anybody here that's watching, enjoy glass art, or have you ever done glass art? Let me know about that. I love teaching it because it is very intimidating if you haven't ever seen it done. So, you think, oh, that seems like a lot of mess and a lot of this and that. And, so I like to be able to show you guys from start to finish, which is very rare. You do need the full hour, which is just, most events are not a full hour. And I tend to do this more in my private group, or if we have a special event like this. I don't typically do this just on my page. I do some. You never have, Anne? Well, good. I'm glad you're watching. She is on here. That's so funny. She's multitasking. She gave me the cutest bracelet, guys. I told my page, so I know some of you are not familiar with me. And let me reiterate, because you probably popped on one after I started, but my name is Deb with Art and Grace, and I'm so glad you're here, especially if you've never been here. It's fun having new faces and making new friends. And if you enjoy acrylic painting and easy crafts, and I do easy painting, my paintings, you can follow along step by step, and I will show you the easiest way. I always paint things and then find a way to explain it to you guys that you can do it. And the way that I can prove that to you, I have proof, because a couple of these husbands will, like, you know, one of my friends will have it on and their husband will hear me or whatever, and then they'll try it. Now, I can't get my husband to paint, but some of their husbands will. And we've had Bruce Hunter. I think I actually just popped into Chris's private group one night, and he was painting one of my paintings, and I was like, what? I was so, like, I was stunned and happy. Like that, there's nothing that makes us happier than seeing you guys try what we teach. So Bruce Hunter did absolutely as good a job as I did. He did so good. And then we all know, was it Kenny that tried one? I know Dina's tried one. Dina, if you're on, let me know. I can't remember now. Was it Kenny? There was somebody else who tried one and did great. So anyway, I can teach anybody my easy designs. I always do something pretty easy, so it's not too intimidating. And so, you know, I know if you'll try it, it will be so therapeutic and relaxing that you're going to want to keep going. Okay, let's get this thing frame done. Sorry, I'm missing all that you're talking about. You have this stuff, you're not going to screw it up. You are not. Hi, Mary Beth and Tiffany and Hillary. Glad y'all are watching with us. Okay, so here we go with a little bit of a background. Not all of this will show because we're going to put a nice pretty design on here, but I'm mixing my pink with my white, and I'm going to need some more white because I really want this to be a pretty muted color back here. But just to get a background, and I'm not going to get on the frame really. Just mix those two together. And I really don't even have to do this center part if I don't want to. It's going to be totally covered up right there in the center. I honestly probably didn't even have to take off the words that were on here, but since I didn't know at that time what I was going to do, I thought I was just going to paint. You know, that's why I went ahead and sanded it off just with one of the little light hand sanders. You know, I forget what these are called, but you know, this little doohickey. You can get them at Walmart, Amazon, all the places. And like most creators, I've got an Amazon storefront so that you can see everything that I use is in there. And I have it broken down into craft supplies, art supplies. If you own a creative business, I even have one because people ask, you know, so people would message me and say, hey, I love your setup. What kind of light do you use or whatever? So I just started, you know, making lists so that it made it easy to direct people. And of course, being an Amazon associate, we get just a little bit. It's not much, but just a little bit if you guys use one of our links. So we love that, but certainly not necessary. It's just, you know, if you want to go and see the things. So my background does not have to be perfect. I'm just blending these two, skipping the middle because that won't show at all. Might bring it down a little here. But you know, you could do this, and then maybe even if you're like not into painting, or you're intimidated by painting, you know, I've seen some of these creators using, what are they called? The transfers that you guys help me. You know, rub it on. There's a name for it. Maybe it's just transfer. I think it was Kathy that I saw. And I mean, just, there's so many products out there. So if painting is not your thing and you're not willing to try it, you could sure use one of those. Hi, Maddie. How's Maddie, the Crafty Farm girl, today? Maddie has another mystery box challenge coming up. I'm excited to be a part of hers as well. She just planned some fun events, and if you guys haven't seen them, you really need to follow Maddie and join us on our next box exchange. You know, we get a box in the mail from another creative. I got some pink on my frame, and that's why I am kind of going back. And yes, that's it, rub-on transfers, Deborah. I mean, I was thinking there was a more technical term, but that probably really is what they're called, rub-on transfers. And I haven't used them, but I know they have some that they definitely are beautiful paintings that they've just made into a transfer. So it's a great option if your hands are so shaky and you just can't paint, or you just whatever, you know, you're not going to do it, you don't like it or whatever. So okay, there's our pretty frame with our pretty little background, and like I said, nothing like perfect, it's just a plain background. But I am going to kind of make sure that this is how I want it before I begin the glass art portion. Oh, I know, Dina and that mousetrap. Oh, goodness. You know, this time I'm gonna, what's the word? Like, mischievous, maybe. I am going to put something in that's a little bit challenging, because, you know, that's where the fun comes in. My kit this last time was so boring. It was just, you know, basic stuff. Well, that's easy. Let's throw in just something. Now, I'm not going to be mean. There will be no mouse traps, but just something to make you think outside the box, because it's mystery box. Okay, I am going to dry this, so I will be able to look at your comments while I dry this. And then we're getting started with the good stuff. Yes, it is so fun, Hillary. Chop for crafting. Yes, no mouse traps, Dina. If I get you, you know you're going to get painting supplies. Linda, I'm so glad you're here to see glass art. I always like to show it to people who don't know about it yet. Like I said, even if you never try it, it's still, in my opinion, really fun to watch. Hi, Patty Melts. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Hope that you're doing okay. I know you have lots of needs, and glad that you're here to get a little break from your pain and troubles. And you guys know that our friend Wendy, I almost can't talk about it, but she's lost her husband in the last day or few days, so keep her in your prayers. Rosebrook Boutique. And I don't know, I just think our crafting community is so unique in that we all feel it. When something happens to one of us, we all feel it, we all care, we all jump in to see if there's any way we can help. So there's a lot of support within this group, and I just mean crafting, art, you know. It does mine too, Jeanette. Jeanette with Backroom Creations is another one you guys need to follow. Thank you, Cynthia. You guys just keep praying for that family. I know they've got kids and grandkids, and it's going to be tough for a while. So We know that. So just don't forget them, you know. Almost felt a little guilty making a celebratory post yesterday because my heart is just heavy for them. Yes, lots praying. I know that they feel it. I am Mary Beth. That's so funny you said that, because as I went to find something to wear, I had just kind of something plain, and then I thought, you know, I need something colorful, and this is definitely that kind of looks like it's been painted, doesn't it? Oh, Stephanie. Well, and you guys that watch as well, because you know you've watched us do lots of auctions, and y'all are right there to help out too. So we appreciate. We feel like y'all are family. It's just a big family. Absolutely, Dottie. Thank you, Brenda. It sure is. I'll tell you, she is a woman of faith, so I know that in time she will be okay, but that's where the rest of the faith community has to step up and just hold her up, you know, while she's feeling so down. Okay. You want to get your paint completely dry, and that's why I took a little longer to dry this. I want everything. Oh, did I not do the sides? Well, I did, but they could use another coat. Let me just do that real quick. I'd rather it be done. Let me see. Let me check the time here. I can do it quick. Come on. I don't even know what I'm saying, because that threw me off when I saw that side, that it just needed another coat. This frame, like I said, came from Target. So when you see up in that dollar spot that they have, the bullseye section, you will see lots of framed signs. Just pick them up and feel them, and if they feel good quality like this one did, it is so worth. This one was $5, but you cannot buy a large frame like this for $5 usually, you know, unless you really come across a good deal. Now you can find some frames for $5, but they're not good quality typically. So you know what I'm saying? You just kind of have to look and see. Then you just paint over it or sand it off like I did, and you've got a nice blank slate. So I look there quite often and grab up things like that I can use. The reason I also like these so much is they've got the lip, which is wonderful for glass art. If you are more of a beginner with glass art, it's especially helpful to have that tray. And thank you for the stars, Brenda. I appreciate that so much. Did I do that key behind me on a live? Oh, the painting, I don't see it, but yeah, no, not on a live. Where did you see that? Oh, it is on that shelf. I see it now. That was from my private group. I do have a private group. It's very inexpensive, and we paint once a week in there. We also do, you know, some crafts. I have guest presenters come in once a month, and usually they are crafters, sometimes artists of some type, but that's where I utilize my friends who are more experts at crafts. Now, I love crafts, and I can do lots of things, but you know, some of them are just, they've been doing it so long and so well that I like for my members to get to see different things and products that I don't typically work with. Also, you know, I've been lucky enough to have some fantastic creatives that will do that for me, which gives my group members the chance to get to know them on a little bit more personal level, because we're a pretty small group, and when we go live inside that group, you can actually just have a little conversation with them and, you know, just get to know them. You can ask them anything and they'll answer you. They're super, everybody's been so great. And so that is what that is. So anyway, yes, I would love for all of you to be in my private group if you love easy art that you can do step by step, glass art, all kinds of art. And the main thing I love about our community, besides the art that we do and the things we do together, is the people that are in there. I mean, I have the sweetest ladies ever. A couple of gentlemen that you would love. You know them. I won't even name them, but you'll know them and be happy to have them in there. But the rest are women, and it's just a safe place. Okay, so we've got our thing ready. Now, let me just dry that inside real quick, and we're going to get down to business. I'm so excited for this part. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. I saw that. Thank you, Brenda. If you're in the VIP group, you can answer questions if anybody has any questions for you. But anything that I paint, no matter where I paint it, because I do a lot of stuff, you know, all over the place, and I do things like I did a private painting for a school pretty recently, and guess what? After it was over, next couple of days, I came into my private group and taught it to them. So, you know, if I paint it, they get the tracer, no matter what it is. And that's really handy for people to have the tracer and not have to try to draw. Now, if you want to learn fine art and learn how to draw better, then I would not be your person, because I am the fun art, whimsical art, kind of happy art, and anyway, that's what I teach. I started doing art to de-stress, and found that once I gave up trying to do fine art, I was so much happier. So I've just stuck with what made me happy and what made me you know, release all that stress I had, and have been in my lane ever since. Okay, so we've got this little heart now. Here's where the fun starts. So I've got these beautiful tiles, and they've got designs on them, and I'm going to randomly put them on here. Now, see how this has a lot of white in it? I might be moving that, but we're almost going to do like, you know, a mosaic, putting these together all around the edges. So my plan is, I don't have one done yet. This is it. We're going to do this together and hope it turns out good. My plan is to have this thing kind of edged all the way around, and then we're going to put our glass down. So let's just kind of see how we can get this, if we can. Y'all see? Hello, Barbara. Glad you're here live. Happy New Year to you. Hi, Monica, and thank you so much. I'm so glad you're in my group. And, you know, listen, there's people that join our groups that we would have never, ever gotten to know otherwise, you know. And when I say get to know, I mean, we get to know you, but when you're in a private group with someone, you actually really get to know them, you know. You have conversations. I'm a prayer warrior for my people, so you get to know people that way. And I love it. It's the favorite thing that I do. Okay. I already don't think I like this piece. That's going to be a no for me. It's a no for me. Do y'all remember the guy Randy with, was it The Voice? Where he goes, a no for me, dog. That's how I'm feeling about those pieces. So I think we're back to maybe something like this. My mind just had it lined, so that's what I'm going to go for, and then if I need to do something different, I will. But I think I can make this really cute by just lining everything and then putting our glass in the center. Maybe that piece is throwing me off. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Oh, no, it's not going to work either. It's really fun to kind of put these pieces together I tell everybody, this is kind of the part that I like about it, is making everything work. It's like putting together a puzzle. Okay, now we're talking. That might be good. Not liking the 2 points. So hold please. Gonna keep working with it here. What are y'all thinking? Oh, Patty, bless you. I'm proud of you. Were you in pain from it, or were you so happy that you feel good? That is great. See, prayer works. I mean, it may not look the way we always want it to, but that's an accomplishment. Okay, can y'all see this good? Isn't that pretty? Already, you could just glue this on and it'd be pretty. But wait, there's more. So we're going to take this beautiful pink glass. This is just crushed glass. Again, you know, in the private group, I go into everything. I give them discounts on everything. I tell them where I get everything. I even, you know, am willing to share my stuff with them and sell it to them if I need to. So lots of benefits of the private group. But you can also go to my Amazon page to see, because I really try hard not to gatekeep, because I'd rather you guys try things. So if I don't tell people where I get it and what I do, you know, then you're not going to try it. I want you to try it. Anyway, so my Amazon page has basically everything that I use, and you'll see me use it, and then you'll go to my page and you'll see the products. Okay. That is amazing. I don't know how much this is, this little jar, but that I have backup, but that was literally the perfect amount. So that's all I've done, is poured it in and let it kind of go where it wants to go. This is what I call the dump method. You know, I have another method I do where I place them all perfectly how I want them, but this would be considered the dump method, what I call the dump method. That's pretty, just like that, but we're gonna resin it and make it look just so shiny and pretty that I think you're gonna love it. So you see what I mean? This could go for a mother, a daughter, someone who's had a baby, Valentine's Day for yourself. I mean, I think this kind of thing, who wouldn't want it, in my opinion? Okay, here we go. And I'm going to kind of explain this quickly. I do have some better tutorials on my YouTube page, and it's just under Art and Grace. And I think it's Art A-N-D Grace, not the ampersand sign, but I think it's and. But anyway, yes, a baby girl nursery. You guys get the drift. It would go really anywhere. I would love it. I would love it in my bathroom or somewhere. Okay. So we're going to take I use Art Resin brand. I feel super strongly about choosing the right resin because of safety. And I go into that in detail in several of my tutorials, why I chose this brand. So don't trust me. I want you guys to do your homework. I think it's super important not to just use what you see one creator use, because you don't know if that creator has done any research at all. And I've actually watched people talk about a product that I actually know is not really as safe as they think it is at all. And so it pains me to see that. And I don't want anyone getting sick. And when I say sick, it's neurological symptoms. It's not anything to mess around with. So please do your research. I poured this one into the cup. I'm putting the lid on and I'm putting it away. And now I'm going to pick up my other one and do the same. If you can get in that habit, you will save yourself from thinking, wait, which one did I just pour? And not being sure. And you don't want to waste product. This is pretty pricey. It does go a long way if you're doing smaller projects, but okay. Ready? We're going to mix. Actually, I think I forgot to grab a cup, and rather than get up, I'm going to just be sure this is good and clean and mix in here. Okay. Just had to get all of the... Now, I'm going to look for a timekeeper. Yes, Hillary, I would not use it. I mean, even though I consider this very safe, I'm mixing the two parts. You're mixing 1 part resin to 1 part hardener. And if you have really bad allergies, breathing issues, COPD, things like that, I would only use resin if I could afford a respirator to have while I use it. This is considered safe even in those situations, but I'm just one that's not going to mess around with health. It's too important, and there are other alternatives that are really good, such as triple thick and things like that. So but if you go to the Art Resin website, you will see lots of answered questions. They have a really strong... Brooke, can you do my time? I didn't see if anybody offered. Okay, Shelly Ann. Thank you, Shelly Ann. Never mind, she got it. I'm going to stir for 3 minutes straight, and I'm going to stir very slow and gently. We're not baking a cake, so we don't need to turn on the egg beaters. We're just stirring slow and easy. It's very cloudy right now, and then when 3 minutes is up, it will be clear. If you stir too fast, you're going to get a lot of air bubbles, and while we can get air bubbles out, it's better to have fewer, so we're going to stir slow and easy. Happy New Year, everybody. If you have any questions, pop them in, and I will try my best to answer. It's a 2-part resin. Yes, we got 1 part resin to 1 part hardener. If it's 1 ounce of resin, it's 1 ounce of hardener. If it's 10 cc's of resin, it's 10 cc's of hardener. It's really easy formula. You just have to know, you have to get it right. So I recommend, when you have a cup, taking a Sharpie marker and marking your cup where you're going to need it. And that way there's no doubt, did I do 10 cc's or did I do 15? I don't know. My eyes are not good. Then mark it before you do it, double check it, and then when you pour it, it's easier to get it right. The outside, I know, Linda, me too. So let's see, what else? Oh, I'm so glad, Linda. I know it is pricier, and when he was going to do that, I told him it's a little pricey, but I promise it's a better product. The product itself is excellent. I honestly can't think of a time I've ever not had a good result. The only time I've been a little disappointed is if I didn't put enough resin on a project, and that's just me. That's on me. You always have a clear, beautiful project when you're done. And you know that, Linda, because you're seeing his. So it's a little pricier, but it's totally worth it if you're going to do resin. The outside of the heart made with a broken dish. Yes. So this is tile. This is like ceramic tile that's been painted. And yes. But you can definitely use china, dishes, all of the things. You can use any of that. I want you guys to get in my private group and let's go to town, because coming in January, well, it's just turning January, but I have so many good things planned and I'm so excited about this new year. Zena, isn't it pretty? We're just doing a pretty heart with these tiles and crushed glass. Hi, Cheryl. How are you feeling, dear? Hope you're feeling better. Yes, well worth it. Chris, I can't wait to see what you're doing. I knew you were into resin because you've actually bid, I think, on and won 2 of my pieces, which is such a humongous honor because I look up to you so much. So for you to actually want my art, I'm like, what? Thank you, Anne. Okay, Shelly, thank you so much for keeping time. So it's totally clear now. I do have bubbles, but that's okay. We're going to get them out. So what I do on any of my pieces, and I'll grab one and show you up close. Let me just grab it because I'll forget if I don't. So this is the one somebody asked me about. We just did the other day. Let me pull my chair up because for my back, I'm going to need that support. Okay, so here's the key. And, you know, if I was going to do this one, I take my stick and drizzle all along these glass pieces and get them down, and then go on and do the rest. This one is going to take up a lot more. I mean, because it's all centered, it was hard for me to show you what I was talking about, but that's what I mean when I say drizzle, is like this over all this glass. So I'm going to be real generous here because we have a lot of glass, and we're going to drizzle it all over the crushed glass, because once this resin touches, and it's going to go down in between and touch everything, it will mesh it all together and it will not budge once it's cured. From the time that I get done with this till in the morning when I wake up, you know, it will sit under a protected cover so that no dust, no dog hairs, no nothing can get into it. No flies. Yes, I actually had a fly I think I had the cover. Did I have the cover? I don't know. I either didn't have the cover on or I didn't have it well, and it got under there and a fly got resined to the art, and everybody was like, oh, you can just, you know, cut it off or whatever. I was like, no, I chunked it in the trash. It made me so disgusted. I just threw it away, started over. No way. Anyway, you want to cover your piece with either a plastic shoe box, is what I say works really well. Now this one's large, so it would need to be a large plastic box, or it could be any kind of, like an Amazon box for that matter. You just want to be sure that that box is clean, so that when you turn it upside down over your piece, you're not dumping dust into it or something, right? No particles go into your art. So that's the only trick there, is make sure it's a clean box that you're turning over on top of your item. You don't want the resin to touch anything, so you're just putting that box over your item. For this, because it's so large, I have one of those nettings that you use when you go on a picnic and you don't want the flies on your food. It's like a big, large, kind of round dome, and that's what I use to cover mine. And it works perfect. So if I ever see another one, I'll pick it up just to have a backup. I got mine at Ross for like $5 or less, and it's just fantastic. I love it. So if I'd known how much I was going to love it, I'd have picked up another one. But anyway, now that I know I can just see the resin all over my glass, and I know that every piece has been touched with a little bit. Now I can just kind of pour this on the rest of my design and get it spread out. So Art Resin brand is self-leveling. I have a gnat flying around here. Art Resin brand is self-leveling, so as long as you're getting it on here a good amount and the right amount, and honestly that's something that I just kind of can teach you, but you also learn as you do it how much to use. Now Art Resin, if you go to their website, so it's Art Resin, all one word. If you go to their website, they have a calculator, and it will tell you for a 12 by 12 or an 8 by 8 or whatever size you're using, here's how much you use. And it's a great website for that. I've just found that I don't use as much as what it tells me to use, so I have just kind of learned on my own how much I use. These little silicone, it's like for makeup or for if you're going to put on a mask at night, you know, it's like that's where you're going to find it, is at the Dollar Tree in the makeup area. But these work great to spread out your resin, and that's it, just spread it all out over your piece. That little gnat is bothering me. You guys okay over there? Oh, thank you, Betty, for sprinkling. I appreciate that. It just, seriously, it does something to me. I'm like, oh, thank you, Betty. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I would not say I've taken time off, but I have not been going live very much lately. So Facebook is punishing me as they've done before. That's okay. I've been doing other things that have to be done. So not taking off yet. I need a little time off, but I've been working, just doing some different things. So anyway, the shares and the heart, even when y'all just give hearts, like you're just being nice and going, oh, that's cute or something, that helps too. So we definitely appreciate that. Thank you for doing that for all of us. I want to speak on behalf of all creators. We do. We appreciate it so much. Even if they forget to tell you, they do appreciate it. Trust me, I know. So you can see, that's all I'm doing is spreading it out. And I could have used more on this because it is a pretty large piece. But like I said, I don't know if I told you this time or I've just said it a lot, that I use a little bit less than a lot of people do. Part of it is, I am frugal, and I'm kind of like, well, if this looks good, why would I need to use more? I don't really need to use more. Part of it is on a thing like this that's lipped and it's not going to run over. Like, I don't know. I just don't know why I would need a whole lot of resin. So everybody's different. Listen, everybody's different. And if you want to use a lot of resin, use a lot of resin. I mean, it's oh, thank y'all for the hearts. It's like totally okay whether you want to use a lot or if you want to use as little as possible. Either way is fine. And you just kind of do one and you'll know whether you like it or not. So the next one you might use more or less, depending on how you liked it. It's a lot of art. In fact, that's what I like about art, is that it's personal preference. So much of it. So much of it is what you like. We don't always make art so that everybody will love it. Does that make sense? You make art that makes you happy and that makes you feel good and that you're proud of. And so, it's good to do what we all do as we're doing. That's how you learn. But then you go on and maybe you want to do it different. Maybe you want to take something that I did, but then you put your own twist on it. That's the beauty of individuality, is we can all do different things and it's all great. That's why there's room for everybody. That is why there's room for everybody who wants to do art or glass art or whatever, because we're all going to put our own spin on it. We all know different people. All the things. Okay, once I've got it on there and I'm pretty sure it's fairly, even. Now, like I said, it is self-leveling, but I'm still going to do my best to kind of get it even. And then it can continue to self-level, right? So you don't want to just pour it on one corner and walk away. You go ahead and do the best you can do with getting it kind of even, and then it will continue to do its thing. You definitely need a level. So if you don't own a level, you need to get one, and you can get them at the Dollar Tree. The level that I use every day is from the Dollar Tree. But in a pinch, your phone may have an app with a level that you can just download and use. Because when you cure this, you want it to be on a level surface. Let me check my time. 5:53. We got. Oh, okay. So we need to do auction in a couple of minutes. But you want this to cure on a level surface. So I have a little cabinet that I've already got a space set aside to do that, to cure it. Now, if I'm going to work in here, if I'm going to be in here for, the rest of the day, then I probably would put it somewhere else. Because even though this is considered safe, and you can read all about the no BPAs, no VOCs, COVs, it's very non-toxic, very, your dogs, your pets, everybody can be around it. typically, unless you've got some underlying issues, you know, that need breathing issues, lung issues, things like that, then you can totally be around it. But I just go the extra step and choose not to be, you know. And so if I was going to be in this room for the rest of the day, I'd probably put this somewhere else to cure. But I have been in here some, and I don't always take it out. I just leave it and do my thing. But I really don't smell it. And I get a headache with a lot of smells, especially colognes and things. This does not bother me at all. Now, if I really reach my head down and take a big whiff, I would smell it. But just sitting here, I don't smell it. Okay, let me wipe this off a little bit. You need to have paper towels ready. I mean, I have them torn out and ready to go, because you're going to kind of wipe your gloves off before you touch your heat tool. This is like a kitchen torch like you'd use for creme brulee. And I'm just going to pop these bubbles. So you move it quickly and you don't hold it there. I mean, you saw it. You just do a pass and then go on. You don't want to hold it there long. And I just make sure. Now, I happen to see a little hair, so I always have toothpicks handy. Also, I do sell the kits occasionally for the designs that I do. So if you get one from me, you get so many supplies. You get the toothpick, you get the craft stick, you get the resin, the glass, you know, all the things that you're going to need. You get the gloves, because I really only want you to try it and love it. And if I can make it as easy as possible, then I do. So I see a little spot here that needs a little help. And then I'm going to torch it again. And after a minute or two, I will look at it again. And if any other bubbles have risen to the top, then I'll do that heat tool one more time. But look at that. Okay, guys, I think we can start. I guess you call it bidding, because when this is finished, I will ship this to whoever wins it today. But I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Now, you can't, if you don't mind, hold off commenting so that we can get the bids to come through. But after that, I'll put a post up or something. Let me know what you think. I always love to know what you guys think, and if you liked it, if you like the colors, if you want to say, ooh, I love it, but can you do one in blues or greens, or, you know, can you do this or that? I love hearing your feedback. It kind of fuels me. So thank you guys for being here. Go ahead and bid if you like it and want it. I would love for somebody to have it that really loves it. And I know it's a little bit hard. Yes, thank you, Terry. Bid with a $, so like the number 50. Don't put the $sign first. I guess starting bid we'll say is 30. That would be the minimum. And then, oh, thank you guys. Yes. Elizabeth, your question, can she ask if she could use the heat gun? Yes, I have one. That's what I started with. And yes, you can. What I do is I turn it on and get it really, really hot. And then I'll turn it down to the medium side and then put it straight on top of the bubble. Kind of straight on top, like so. Yes, you can. This works better, faster. I mean, it just eliminates them so well that I'd love this and recommend this. But yes, you can use the heat gun. Thank you, Roxana. She's got a $40 bid. Anybody else? Now, if I sold this, it would probably be about $65, $70. So you're getting beautiful tile and the glass and resin. Thank you, guys. Mary White, thank you so much for your $55 bid. That is so sweet. So thank you, Betty. I see you're 55, but I think Mary might have been the first with 55. So thank you guys that are bidding. That makes me feel so good. I love it. Thank you, Mary. Mary's at 60. Gotta beat 60. Oh, Shelly Ann, thank you. Hi, Sissa. Thank you so much. Yes, no $signs, just the numbers only. We have about, less than a minute. 60, Betty said. Okay, I don't have a stopwatch. Okay. Terry, can you put the little red stop sign and stop when you're ready for this to end? And it may be time, since I don't have a watch on, I can't see seconds. And that way we don't go into, because after my live, I want y'all to be sure, go up to the link in the video to get inside the virtual home decor marketplace group if you're not already there, because that is where live sales are going to happen, I believe, from now to the end of the night. Thank you, Terry. It looks, I think I still see, I see a 80 from somebody. Let me be sure I didn't miss somebody. Nancy Nelson's at 80. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate every one of you who are bidding. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it. Please go get in the virtual home decor marketplace right now and watch the rest of the evening. Terry, thank you for including me. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. I love everything you do. You're a fantastic painter. And I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you soon. Betty, just message me. We'll be in communication. All right? Thanks, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye. It's my glove.